All right, I'm gonna bring up your next comedian before I spoil this mood anymore. All right, this guy's been doing comedy for coming on 10 years now. He has a website. If you actually go into Google and type in Arizona's favorite old man.
America.
Oh, Americans. All of them. America collectively has decided that he is the favorite.
Yeah.
Arizona Lou, let's bring him up. Warm welcome.
Hey, thanks. Whoa. You maybe have to turn the thing on?
Sorry.
Technology. Hey, I want you to know, first of all, this is past my bedtime. I have to be careful that I don't go to sleep. But I do want to thank you for letting an old guy up here. You ask, how old?
How old are you?
You didn't say anything back then. You don't care, do you? Well, I'm 81. Thank you for that little sympathy applause. Let's hear my applause if you can beat 81. No. Respect your elder then. Yeah, at my age I do silly stuff. Like trying to still stay alive for the next 20 minutes. And I worry a lot about what's going to fall off next. And my last name isn't even Jenner. I keep looking for body parts that are not saggy or wrinkled. I'm so wrinkled. Some of you know what I'm talking about. I'm so wrinkled. The other day I had trouble adjusting my tidy whities until I realized I wasn't wearing it. Must have been Alzheimer's. You know, experts have come up with 10 early signs of Alzheimer's. This is the real deal. They're over there, take one, they're free. You can use it with Aunt Molly. Number 1 on the list is you forget stuff. I think that should be the whole list. And then there's a change in mood. Well, I've had a change in mood. I'm happier than ever. I forgot everything to be unhappy about. And then there's avoiding people and social situations. That's not your problem or my problem because I'm here with you folks. I always enjoy it every time I come here to see my friends in Albuquerque. And then there's difficulty with familiar tasks, like using a can opener. I always was wondering why my dog was getting so skinny. Well, those of you who are not laughing, if you're an animal lover, don't worry, I don't have a dog. But I remember. Sometimes it's embarrassing. This morning I forgot to pull up my zipper. Not as bad as yesterday. I forgot to pull it down. And they wondered why I was carrying a big clock in front of me. In Walmart, covering my Target. And then there's misplacing things. How do you lose a minivan? Give me a big parking lot and I'll figure it out. It would be so easy for her to remember to look at my row number as I went in. But no. Well, some Walmarts don't have road numbers. Some of them do, but they're facing the store, so you don't think of looking back at them. And some of them, the row numbers are missing. So, well, let's see, that's 7, so I must be 8. Except they started the other direction. And I was really in row 9 and really lost. But I was going into Walmart, focused on looking at the big clock. And then there's other stuff. I don't remember what that is. There's difficulty with words, time, and place. And if I'm lucky, I remember what I want to say tonight. And if you're lucky, I'll wander off somewhere.
That's a joke.
Silver alert! I could be on one of those digital highway signs. I just love those things. They tell you, I mean, they distract you with such important information you need to know while you're driving. Well, I was driving here. Oh, yes, they had one in Pennsylvania that said, they had a whole bunch of them that said motorcycles. Orange, you glad you looked? I did at the signs and had no idea how many motorcycles I took out. Driving here amidst all the traffic and accident that came on the way, I carefully read every one of those signs and went the speed limit. I can't tell you how many accidents I caused, but I can tell you how many minutes to an intersection that nobody cares about. And I just hope I don't wander off to Chicago. Did you see the latest news there? Shootings are up 88% over last year. Murders are up too, but only 72%. I hate to pull math on you this time of night, but obviously we need to give Chicago more gun practice. And holidays are coming up, and we're thinking of gifts for kids, and thank you so much for coming. That's important to everybody who benefits from it, and also to you folks. Give yourselves a hand. Now you two must have something going. He didn't ask me how old I was, and you didn't applaud for give yourselves a hand. I decided, well, at my age, well, you have to plan ahead. But at my age, not too far ahead. So I decided to give myself a Christmas present after I visited my otolaryngologist. Well, I use that word because I'm a show-off. And I decided for Christmas I would give myself hearing aids. And, well, I didn't realize my hearing was getting worse, but I noticed I didn't always understand what people were saying. So instead of asking them what they said, I just worked out some generic responses like, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah, ee. And one time, a guy, well, here's the way it went. Psst. What was that? I said, do you know how fast you were going? Alzheimer's. But I wasn't going as fast as that guy on the motorcycle. That wasn't a motorcycle. That was Chucky on his tricycle.
Fucking Chucky.
Well, there was a lady, I didn't understand what she was saying, so I said, wow! She said, how come you said that? And I just told you my dog's dead. So I decided to get that. I decided that, well, at my age, I didn't want to plan too far ahead, so I decided to make them a Thanksgiving gift. And then after some thinking and so forth, I said, well, I'm going to make them a present for Halloween. So I'm wearing them now. If I don't understand you and don't hear you now, blame it on the hearing aids. And they say when you start to lose your hearing, that your brain starts to deteriorate from lack of stimulation. So now I'm going to have to come up with another excuse. I never run out of excuses for t-shirts.
Thank you.
I've got t-shirts. They're over there. I've got your size.
Not yours, Scotty.
That's mine.
That's Chucky's.
I've got Chucky's size too. They're $10. All profits go to the toy run. And if you want to pay $20, the extra $10 will go to the toy run 100%. So keep that in mind. Come over, look, see. Oh, I've got other stuff. I have albums. Now, you've never seen a high-tech album like this. It plugs into the USB of your computer. Over 2.5 hours of comedy fun on here for $20. So you got that. Oh, I also have stickers. They're cheap, so a $1 donation, 100% goes to the toy run. We'll go to Alzheimer, I mean, the toy run. Now, my ex says, Lou, quit trying to be funny because you're not. Anyway, the stickers, and for $5 donation, I'll sign the sticker. In fact, for $5, I'll sign anything. No, not down there. It'll cost you $20. So stop by, get the t-shirts, get some of the flyers. They're free. They're a lot of fun. I did some, well, I was on Hatteras Island doing sup with my friend Tim. Now, when I was barely able, no, sup, oh yes, that's SUP, stand-up paddleboarding, as opposed to what I do up here, suck. SUC, stand-up comedy. And while I was barely able to balance on my board, Tim was on his doing yoga. For the flexibility, show off. Let's hear it by applause if you've ever done any yoga. And your name?
Jamie.
Jamie, namaste.
Namaste.
Now see, Jamie understands I need to explain to the rest of you that's yoga speak for hi, y'all. I know about this yoga stuff because I took my first class on Hatteras Island for the view of the ocean. I had no idea that yoga would give me such a crick in the neck. Must have been all that spandex. Have you ever noticed the latest style in the gym is spandex from the rear? I don't know what they call it. Maybe it's a crack string. Maybe it's cracked elastic. But functionally, it lifts and separates. Fortunately, you're looking at it from the rear so they can't tell when you're googling at it. Heather, our instructor, said, just relax. Well, she had us holding the 2x4. Yoga types call that the plank position. That's like me telling you to relax with one foot at the dock and the other at the boat. I'd go down further, but I'd hurt myself. Or drag him on the floor. The rest of you would be laughing if I wasn't a little white guy. The hardest for me was the doggy style. You yoga types call that the downward facing dog. For me it was arms torture. And that wasn't all I had to hold. I had a determined methane bubble that desperately wanted to reach the atmosphere. You don't have to be a yoga type to know that's a fart. With concerted effort, I was able to hold it. Not the doggy style, though. And after the class, oh, you call it the downward facing dog because you haven't yet invented the Gangnam style. That wasn't after the class, Heather had us laying on the floor. She came around and used some smelly stuff to massage my head. You're disgusting. This head. I just hope she didn't mess up my hair. That was a joke. This hair is a joke. What should be growing out here is growing out my ears. My ex says, Lou. Well, at least it keeps the bugs out. My ex says it keeps the bugs in with all the craziness. I have what I call the National Geographic hairstyle. It's 3 peninsulas, and the center peninsula is gradually becoming an island with less and less grass. And I'm not the only one with a special hairstyle here. I'm looking for someone, I don't know. Let's see what's under your hats. What's under your hats?
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, yeah, I'm not the only one with a special. We have someone with a Europa hairstyle. You know what Europa is? That's the second moon of Jupiter. It's the smoothest object in the solar system. Let's give a hand for Mr. Europa over there. You're not quite there yet. Keep working on it. Don't be discouraged. Eventually you'll make it. Hey, I really enjoyed coming here, enjoyed helping out with the event, and thank you people. This is the first time I've done this. It's really great, and I enjoyed it. And be sure you stop by and get a t-shirt if you want one. And you know what? I'm still alive.